Muy buenas y bienvenidos a Multiprepe. Y aquí estamos con el primer capítulo de Agatha Christie de Murder of the... Bueno, asesinato en el Orient Express. A tomar por culo. Así que nada, muy buenas Freeman, muy buenas Joma, ¿qué tal estáis? Hoy me he puesto la cámara arriba, ¿vale? Encima de la tele, bueno, encima del monitor. Así tengo también más tiempo para manejar el chat y todo eso. Tengo más espacio. Pues nada, vamos a darle cañita, ¿no? Vamos a darle cañita. Ya que en realidad el juego lo eligió Freeman, porque con todos los puntos que se gastó, pues más o menos lo eligió Freeman. Ya me diréis cómo se va escuchando, si hace falta que lo baje, si hace falta que lo suba. Vosotros me decís. Porque hoy nos vamos a la Orient Express. ¿Quieres empezar? Sí, claro. El 4 de octubre de 1883, un grupo de periodistas artistas. Aquí tenemos a Kenneth Branagh, digo a Hércules Poirot.
In the Kastner case happened unexpectedly. Please come back immediately. How can it be unexpected if I have predicted it?
Poirot, my friend, is that you?
¿Qué codo es? ¿Eso qué es? ¿4 de octubre? Bueno, pues con esto nos movemos. Ya me decís cómo va el juego, si pega algún tirón, si no pega. Si va todo perfecto.
Poirot!
No sé si es mi tablet.
Poirot, it is I, Book! Poirot! Is it truly you, my friend?
Book, it is indeed me.
What brings you so far from home?
A little affair in Syria.
An affair of the heart?
No, a modest affair of recovering stolen artifacts. But now I am
Vale, entonces es mi tablet la que pega parones y...
You travel on the Orient Express, I hope.
I have made no arrangements yet, as I just learned that an emergency has arisen, and I must return to England immediately.
Very well. It will be my pleasure to secure you a sleeper on the Orient Express.
If the director of the line insists, I accept with pleasure.
And we'll dine together, for I too depart this afternoon. We'll have plenty of time to catch up. I'll have the hotel transfer our luggage.
Excuse me, sir. You are the director of the line? The Princess Dragomirov would like to know if she may keep her mina in her compartment on the train.
Good morning, Princess. It is an honor to welcome you aboard. There is absolutely no problem for your pet.
You will ask about his food?
Oh, yes. The Princess Dragomirov would like to know if there is food for minors on board. Insects, small amphibians, baby rodents.
Baby rodents? Of course, Princess.
Sí,
Don't worry. Your bird will be
Se lo bajo a
fed as in the
720
bird.
y se ve bastante, y se ve de puta madre. Se ve bastante fluido.
You there, desk clerk.
One moment, sir.
Listen to me. Call the police. My train ticket has been stolen.
Stolen? Oh dear. Oh dear.
You travel by the Orient Express, monsieur?
Arbuthnot. Captain Archibald Arbuthnot, formerly British Army, now retired. And yes, I'm taking the Orient Express to Paris. But what business is that of yours?
My name is Book. I am the director of the line at your service. And perhaps this gentleman
Poirot.
could assist you. He is Hércules Poirot.
Poirot. Es Hércules Poirot.
But I must make that train.
Que era francés, el pavo, creo.
Yesterday I recovered artifacts worth several millions.
Please, my friend. It's not just any ticket. It's an Orient Express ticket.
Very well, I will
¿Belga?
investigate.
Vale.
Thank you, Poirot. I will
Poirot,
arrange
tío,
a
me suena
car to
a
Secretary
francés,
Station
tío, no
for
sé por
us.
qué. Vale, abrir el mapa mental. Vale, esto es muy Sherlock Holmes. Incluso aunque la tarea no esté a mi altura, debo ejercitar mis pequeñas células grises. Ofreceré mi ayuda. Vale, pues...
A hotel with a long and proud history.
En realidad me gusta que venga... A ver, iba a decir que venga doblado, pero en realidad es un doblaje, pues de eso, ¿vale? No tener que en otros juegos a lo mejor te lo hubiera puesto solo subtitulado, ¿sabes? Y tendrías que estar tú leyéndolo. Entonces prefiero que los personajes hablen también, aunque esté doblado pues en su idioma, ¿no? En su idioma original. Buenas tardes. Vale, con esto andamos. Ahí con esto andamos, digo yo, con esto corremos.
How do you know your ticket has been stolen, monsieur?
I put it on a table in my room. I came down here to breakfast, and when I got back, my ticket was gone, and other things were on the floor as if they'd been tossed about.
Alors, monsieur, I suggest we begin in your room. Will you lead the way?
Abrimos. A ver qué se puede hacer para encontrar el billete del capitán. Conecta los elementos de la izquierda con los de la derecha. A ver, examinar. Examinar la puerta. Interrogar vecinos. Inspeccionar la habitación.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
Bueno, pues sería examinar la habitación, interrogar vecinos, inspeccionar puerta. Vale, sí.
Et voilà.
Voilà. Por cierto, Microids no es la de Siberia.
Floor, Captain Arbuthnot?
4th floor.
One mystery solved.
¿Ha hecho cuarta planta?
I suppose I can exercise my powers of observation while we wait.
Esperamos.
Arbuthnot, Captain Archibald Arbuthnot, formerly British Army, now retired. And yes, I'm taking the Orient Express to Paris. But what business is that of yours?
Vale. Profesión era capitán retirado. Y ha dicho que... A ver.
Arbuthnot, Captain Archibald
Ya
Arbuthnot,
retirado.
formerly British Army, now retired. And yes, I'm taking the Orient Express to Paris. But what business is that of yours?
Y yo Creo que unos 45. Aquí. Yeah.
That was easy.
Que por cierto, me apetece, en realidad, en algún momento de nuestra vida del año que viene, o a lo mejor en lo que quedan estos meses, pues a lo mejor le damos al Siberia. Fácilmente, fuertemente. Buenas, Fofo. A ver, los análisis de los personajes son talleres especiales. Cuando completes uno, el personaje analizado aparecerá en la pestaña personajes del menú de pausa. Pulsa el botón hipo para que tengas hipo. Y si no, pues no tendrás. Vale. Vogue, 52 años, belga, director de la empresa de trenes. Archibald Arbuthnot, 45 años, británico, capitán retirado. Capitán retirado. Por favor, servirme un té. Un té a las 5 con pastitas.
My room's along here. 411. In a hotel of this kind,
411,
a
vale.
thief.
Esta es la
Come on,
407. No, si no me distraigo, coño, pero déjame. La 08,
It'll be a disaster if I miss that
09,
train.
010.
You have locked the door, monsieur?
Naturally. This is a foreign country.
You have the key card?
Of course.
We will enter.
Sí, porque, a ver, el 1 y el 2 sí que me los he pasado. Pero el 3 lo tengo ahí muerto de asco. Que lo tengo comprado el 3 y no lo he jugado. Así que sería una buena opción para jugar directamente la saga entera de Siberia. Y el Siberia Before Siberia no lo he jugado tampoco. Fofo creo que sí que lo ha jugado. A ver, examinar la puerta del capitán. Vale. Vale, a ver. Madre mía. Vale, a ver, tenemos por aquí algo. Interroga a los vecinos. Busca en la habitación. Hay 11 pistas en la habitación. El 4 está guay, ¿no? Pues a lo mejor le pego una sobateada ahí al 4. Ah, pues... Oye, pues... Pues mira, es que también te han robado, ¿vale? También te han robado.
The wallet is somewhat worn. It contains
Te han robado, también te han robado 200 pavos, ¿eh?
A stamped reservation for the Bosphorus ferry.
De Bósforo. Vale, nada. Saint Sofía Basílica. Por aquí detrás nada.
A fact sheet from a tour of Saint Sophia.
Alguien no quiere que Poirot suba al tren. No, la cuestión es al revés. Que alguien no quiere que este tío suba al tren. O que se ha quedado sin billete y necesitaba subir sí o sí al tren. Y pues le ha robado. Uy. Estambul,
A brochure for this fascinating city.
Vale. Aquí ya no hay nada más. Bueno, se parece al mando que tengo aquí en mi casa. Hostia, te lo juro. Si cojo el mando que tengo ahí en el comedor es igual. Es exactamente igual. Marta Beth Norris. Vale, pues aquí nada. Vamos a ver aquí abajo. Nada. Yo siempre investigaría a ver si hay un doble cajón, ¿eh? Pues mira, te llevas un coleccionable.
Another golden mustache to treasure.
Hay 4. No lo sé, no lo sé. No sé si lo habrán ambientado en esta época. Hombre, a ver, el televisión es plano. Así que sí o sí, ¿no? Es en esta época.
This earring, it is not the first time I've seen it, but where? The bed is skillfully made.
Sí, ¿no? Tiene pinta como que han modernizado el relato.
Water with traces of soap. The water is scented.
A algunos a lo mejor les parece un sacrilegio, a lo mejor a otros pues no les importa un huevo. Yeah.
Come to Poirot, my exquisitely sculpted friend. A perfume bottle. Empty. Suggestive.
Recién perfume. Sugerente. No me deja ir a la ducha. Vale. Tenemos 9 de 11. Aún hay 2 por ahí.
A conspicuous gallantry cross for meritorious service in Iraq, yet he only retired as a captain.
¿Dónde estará la...? Me queda una. ¿Aquí? No. Vale, eso es el pendiente. Aquí.
A list of travel expenses, but how did these papers end up on the floor?
¿Ves? ¿Lo ves como ahí pone la fecha? ¿Ves cómo pone la fecha? 2023. A lo mejor no, a lo mejor no le gusta a lo mejor no le gustan los móviles. Quién sabe, ¿no? ¿Cómo pudo haber entrado el ladrón? Entrado por la ventana. Yo creo que ha entrado por la ventana.
I must admit,
¿No?
I'm not right this time.
Si la puerta no estaba forzada, ha entrado con una llave.
That's the right answer.
Vale. La puerta estaba cerrada y la ventana es inaccesible desde el exterior. Solo podrían haber entrado a la habitación con una llave maestra. A ver, quitando lo del escenario. Vale, quitando el escenario. Sigue siendo como él. ¿Sabes a lo que me refiero? Que no utiliza un móvil, no utiliza tal.
How long were you at breakfast, Captain?
A half an hour or so. Just a roll and some coffee.
Vale. Pues vecinos. A ver, ¿quiénes son los vecinos más cercanos? Los de aquí. Están limpiando la...
The room is apparently empty. I will leave it for the moment.
Vale, a ver. La puerta no ha sido forzada. No me ha dado la puerta del ermitaño. Debería preguntarle a los más vecinos. Vale, a ver. Claro, por eso he dicho que a lo mejor a algunos les afecta la época, ¿vale? Pero que a otros les suda el rabo, ¿vale? De que esté en el 2023, como a mí. Me suda el rabo de que esté en el 2023. Si pasa todo como tiene que pasar, me da igual que esté en 2023, 2440.
Go away, please.
A brief word, sir.
I will give you 2 brief words. Go away.
Monsieur.
I've been traveling all night from New York. Must I call the management?
Pardon, monsieur. I do not believe we have awakened a thief.
Pues unos no estaban y el otro estaba durmiendo, así que...
Why
Pendiente.
was there an earring in your room?
An earring? A previous guest, I suspect. I don't wear them.
¿Cómo que no? ¿Y el pendiente que lleva qué?
Did you leave the window open?
No. That must be how the thief escaped.
I think not. Unless the thief had wings.
O sea, un buen escalador.
The bed is very neatly made, but the corners are not military style.
The price we paid for this hotel? I'm not going to make my own bloody bed.
Interesting pronoun, that. We.
Creo que ya sé lo que ha pasado. Creo que ya sé lo que ha pasado. Y es fácil. Bueno, a mí no me rompe. Ya te digo, a mí no me rompe nada. Yo ya sé lo que ha pasado. Directamente. Vamos a tener que buscar el billete a la calle. ¿Por qué? Porque le habrán entrado a limpiar la habitación. La que le ha limpiado habrá dejado la ventana abierta y el billete ha salido volando. Y lo que había en la mesita ha salido todo desperdigado. Si es que no hay más cajón. No hay más cajón. Hércules Poirot. Mirad qué bigote que tengo. Ya está. Deducido. No hay más. Llamadme el Sherlock Holmes desde 2023. Voilà, a que está debajo de la cama.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
¿Esto puede haber pasado?
I do
No.
not think that's the right answer. I must admit I'm not right this time.
Coño.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
Pero Hércules Poirot, chaval. Pero Hércules Poirot. ¿Sí?
No, not good.
Bueno, entonces ya no. Que no me...
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
¿Me han invitado a alguien? Sí. Una mujer pasó la noche en la habitación.
The wind probably blew the papers on the floor as it came in through the window. Moreover, the door is closed, and I found an earring on the bedside table. The captain invited a woman into his room. Maybe she is our culprit. Et voilà.
No. Yo estoy con que se habrá llevado el viento. Yo creo que era la más razonable porque cuando hemos entrado al ascensor estaba como ahí medio tal. A ver, esto. Yo estoy con que es esta.
This appears to be a good lead. The bed is
Mierda, coño.
very neat.
The price.
Captain Arbuthnot, I have examined your room. Much was revealed, possibly more than you expected. Rest assured, we will soon find your ticket.
It's about bloody time. I have a train to catch.
As do I.
You are traveling on the Orient Express?
We? If you will be good enough to answer a few questions, we may both make our train.
Ask away.
Please give me an account of your movements yesterday.
I spent most of my day in Istanbul, sightseeing. I returned to the hotel as the sun was setting. The desk clerk can confirm I was alone when I picked up my key. I spent the night alone. I had no visitors in my room.
Vale, ¿Cuál de estas frases contiene una mentira? A ver, pasé casi todo el día haciendo turismo por Estambul. Volví al hotel cuando estaba anocheciendo. El recepcionista puede confirmar que estaba solo cuando recogí la llave. Pasé la noche solo. No tuve ninguna visita a mi habitación.
Have you told me the entire truth, Captain Arbuthnot?
Of course. I want you to find my ticket.
Joder, que no es esta, coño, hostia, que tiene un retraso.
Then how did these papers come to end up on the
Qué
floor?
rabia me da.
I can't explain how the
Porque
bloody
le he dado
things
para
ended up
abajo.
on the bloody floor. That's why you're here.
Hércules Poirot was wondering why he was here. Thank you so much for explaining that to me.
Coño, ¿qué es esta,
Can you
tío?
explain
Tiene un
the
pequeño
earring
retraso en el
found
que
on the
no...
bedside table?
An earring? Yes.
Joder, macho,
forgive
tío.
me, Mr. Poirot. I had some
Me toca-
business
Bueno, va.
correspondence that wanted answering. The hotel
¿Por qué
provides
es
help
Luyo?
for business travelers. They sent up a secretary. I dictated a letter, and she mailed it for me. I hadn't noticed that she had lost an earring.
And when did you invite this secretary? This woman may be the thief we are looking for.
That was yesterday evening. My ticket was still there when I went down to breakfast. She can't have taken it.
I see. Never mind. It is easily checked. And there was no other person in your room?
No, I swear there wasn't.
Ah, well, never mind. If it is not her, there is only one option left.
Fine. Please finish your job quickly. I'll be downstairs in the lobby.
Vale, interroga al capitán. Ya está. Mapa mental. Pregúntale al recepcionista. Vale. Vamos para abajo. El ascensor estaba por aquí.
The Hotel Tocatlian is a perfect prelude for my journey.
La tarjeta mono huevo. Quédatela, coño. Horario de limpieza.
May I inquire when the staff begins cleaning the rooms?
Every morning at breakfast time, sir. After making certain there are no guests in the room, of course.
May I speak with the chambermaid who cleaned room 411 this morning?
I hope you don't think that one of our staff stole the ticket.
No. Do not distress yourself. We seek only information.
I will summon her at once.
Oh, I'd ask her to bring her laundry cart.
Buenas tardes.
Do not be frightened, mademoiselle. Did you clean room 411 this morning?
Room 411? Yes, that is one of mine.
Did you see a ticket on the desk when you entered the room?
I'm sorry, I didn't notice a ticket. There was a wallet, but of course I did not touch it.
Did you open the window?
Yes, we always air the rooms. Oh, but I forgot to close the window. While I was making the bed, the person from next door was pounding on the wall. I wondered if he needed assistance. I tossed the dirty sheets in my cart, quickly finished mopping, and went to see, but it was nothing. But I'm afraid I left the window open. I'm so sorry.
The window left open, papers scattered on the floor. The chambermaid cleaning the room. I believe I can now visualize what happened. Poirot is not going to touch the dirty laundry.
Ya estamos los cabros tocapelotas. Ah. Vale. Llegaría, abriría la ventana. Pondría esto aquí. Aunque voy a cambiar de sitio. Vale, de que llega, lo pone, tal, abre la ventana, se pone a hacer tal. Esto se va, esto entra y tiraría esto. ¿Confirmar? Soy Hércules Poirot. Llamármele Hércules Poirot. Soy el puto amo. Buenas, Gregor. A ver, ¿dónde está? Aquí.
Mademoiselle, would you be so kind as to look in the sheets from room 411?
Coño, está aquí.
And so the missing train ticket completes its strange journey. An open window, a laundry cart, and an annoying neighbor. But chance is the only guilty party in this dark mystery.
Mr. Poirot, I apologize. I believe my concern got the better of me, and I forgot myself. Thank you.
It was a case of great magnitude. I'm glad I was up to the challenge. And that, I think, is that.
Y aquí termina el juego. Vale.
Our bags are all packed. I have my ticket and papers. If you give me yours,
I'll hang on to mine.
but as your secretary...
As my secretary, you see to the bags, Hector.
Yes. Yes, sir.
That man, I have a curious impression of him, as if I were observing a wild animal, uncaged.
We must leave for the station. Our bags are in the taxi. Did you find the ticket?
It was a case most difficult, but somehow Hércules Poirot
Hércules
managed.
Poirot.
I knew you could do it. Now we can sit back and enjoy a relaxing train ride.
Claro, sobre todo un viaje de relax en un tren. Claro, con Hércules Poirot ahí, ¿no? Hércules Poirot. No te lo crees ni tú. Es 15 de diciembre de 2023.
You are in luck, Poirot. Of course, no journey on this train is ever ordinary, but this is a special occasion. To celebrate the 140 years of the Orient Express, the engine will be none other than the splendid Pacific 231G558. There she is, Poirot. The most celebrated train in history. Oh, my eyes fill with tears of pride. It is time we were aboard, my friend. Follow me. The wagon-lit conductor, Pierre-Michel, will direct you to your compartment.
Lead the way, book.
Bueno,
It was built
y ahí
in
está.
France in
Y ahí está la excusa, ¿vale? Ahí está la excusa de... porque es en 2023, ¿no? Te dicen, bueno, es un viaje conmemorativo, ¿sabes? Se hará, pues a lo mejor cada X años, o es un viaje conmemorativo porque son los 140 años de cuando se hizo, ¿sabes? Y es un viaje, pues, que está ahí, ¿sabes? Está ahí. Se hace hoy y ya está.
22 by the Compagnie Batignolles-Châtillon. At the time of its purchase by the SNCF in 1938, it could reach speeds up to 130 kilometers per hour. Wait until you see. It is like...
Como viajar atrás en el
Today
tiempo.
the train is limited to 100 kilometers per hour. I assure you, that will be more than fast enough to get you to Paris in time for your connection to London. In the meantime, you will bask in the magic that is the Orient Express.
Good evening, monsieur. Your compartment is number 202. However, I am afraid that all the others are already full.
Full? But how can that be?
It is incredible, monsieur. All the world elects to travel tonight.
All the same, you must find room for this gentleman here.
I can exercise my powers of observation while they try to find me a bed.
He is a friend of mine. He can have number 201.
It is taken, monsieur.
What?
Darling, we have to get aboard.
I know.
I have heard of the phobia, fear of flying, but fear of trains?
Now you're making fun of me.
Never, my love. We'll board shortly, once our compartment is ready.
Notice the young woman from the hotel. She again wishes to watch the old man with his little friend, but not to be seen herself.
Is everything aboard the train, Hector?
In your compartment, Mr. Ratchet. I'm having them disinfect the room again as you instructed. I also got a call from the Indians. The sale is going through as you expected.
There was never any doubt. No other phone calls, Hector? From Geneva or Venice?
No, sir. Who were you expecting?
Never you mind. Check our tickets. We're not going in until everything is confirmed.
The young man seems quite agreeable, but the older man is something quite different.
Mary.
Not now. Not now. When it's all over, when it's behind us, then.
Me falta...
Why did you order so much lobster, Hotaru?
My dear Freya, I need it for my specialty on the second night. And if the lobster a la mori isn't fresh, the passengers will know.
We don't have enough space for my desserts. Tonight, molten chocolate cake. Tomorrow, my specialty.
That is not my concern. They will not have room for them anyway.
Serve your lobster tonight.
Chicken a la mori must be the first night dish for the travelers. It is easier to digest.
You really are the egomaniac everyone says you are.
I have every reason to be. I am the engine. You are just the caboose.
Lo que es un yakuza. Tiene los brazos tatuados.
Poirot, I am mortified. The 140th anniversary, perhaps, but such a plague of passengers.
Por 6.45. Bueno, no está mal. Por cierto, los de Ponia son los creadores de... A ver, ¿qué papel desempeña el joven de la nana? Creo que es... A ver, el papel... A ver, ¿qué papel desempeña el joven en relación a su secretario?
Nice.
A ver, ¿de qué tiene? Alojamiento a bordo, de subir al tren. De subir al tren.
Yes.
¿Cómo se siente esta mujer? Está preocupada.
Brilliant.
2 chefs. ¿Cuál es la razón de la disputa? Cocinar en tren en marcha. ¿No?
I do not think that's the right answer.
Why did you order?
Brilliant.
¿A quién mira esta mujer?
Fantastic. I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Buena memoria, no. ¿Sabéis la putada? ¿Vale? Que creo que el juego va a estar bien, pero si has visto o has leído el libro, es como que le pierdes totalmente la gracia al juego, ¿no? Lo sabes todo.
Poirot, we have a solution.
Te volará por cómo va resolviendo el caso y algunos puzzles que vaya a ver.
It is already time to leave. What do I care for Mr. Harris?
As Monsieur pleases, I had your things sent straight to your compartment. Unfortunately, you will be with another traveler.
No.
Only for the first night. It cannot be helped.
I will survive, mon ami.
Monsieur Book, We can't find enough space in the kitchen refrigerator to store all of my ingredients.
How is it possible?
His recipes are extravagant. We need to leave something on the platform.
If my lobsters don't go, I don't go.
And have the passengers on the Orient Express go hungry? Never!
Must I intervene? The problem is unworthy of Poirot, but I do not intend to starve on the most luxurious train in the world.
Ah, vale, tengo que ir a resolver el espacio de... Vale, chicos, vamos a jugar al Tetris. O al Teto.
Thank you for coming to help us.
It is
Tetris.
impossible to
He
fit
visto el
everything
rompecabezas
into
ahí.
the Gary's refrigerator. Obviously, my entree are more important than dessert.
If Mr. Mori delays his lobsters for a day or two, we can restock at another station.
Delay? You ask me to delay? Freya?
Calm yourself, my friend. I'm sure we can find a solution. Is that a diagram of the refrigerator? May I see it?
Yes. He refuses to look at it.
Vale, a ver. No es marroquí, creo que es estadounidense. Es repostera. Y yo creo que tendrá unos 27. Yeah.
That's the right answer.
Vale, vamos a jugar al Tetris. ¿No puedo girarlos? Vale, son... No puedo girarlos. Entonces esto ya no me iría aquí. Pero eso sí que me podría entrar en una esquina. Este podría entrarme aquí. No. Eso no entra aquí. ¿Qué podría entrarme aquí? Voy a dejar este. A ver, si quitamos este... Me queda un hueco ahí. Pero este me encaja perfecto. Y este podría encajarme aquí, ¿no? Nada, me tengo que ir a trabajar. Si quito este y pongo este. Este podría ir aquí. Vamos a quitar este. Lo que me jode, ¿vale? Es el no poder rotarlo. ¿Sabes? Si quito este y pongo este, tengo como más espacio para meter esto aquí. Pero no. Qué rabia, tío, no poder girar las cosas, tío. ¿Y si este no fuera aquí? A ver, voy a reiniciar. Si metiese este en la punta. Si pusiese esto aquí. Este por aquí. Me queda un hueco. Pero este lo llena entero. Vale. Este no. Este tendría entonces. Y aquí tampoco. Entonces, este aquí no entra. Voy a quitar este. No. No, porque no me entraría. Este tampoco. Estos encajan perfectos. Vale, a ver, voy a hacer otra cosa. Voy a empezar desde otro ángulo. No, no me entra. Pensaba que sí, pero no. No. Esta no. Pues es este aquí. No. Este no. Es como muy grande. Esto aquí. Podría entrar. ¡Ah! Ah. Al del tren que pare, que le estoy cogiendo tierra. Es que estos dos me entran aquí abajo. Vale. ¿Qué entraría aquí? Este. Vale, ¿qué entraría este? Aquí. Vale, ¿qué entraría este? Aquí. Este entraría aquí. Y esto entra aquí. ¡Ya está! ¡Ya está! Todo colocado. Todo colocado.
Dinner, Mr. Poirot, I will reserve the finest lobster just for you.
I look forward to it, monsieur. And to the dessert, mademoiselle.
Hopefully. That won't be the last mystery you face on our journey, my dear Poirot. Your compartment for tonight only is at the back of the second-class carriage, number 102. Tomorrow, you move to a private compartment.
Y eso que el Tetris no era lo mío.
Welcome, Monsieur Poirot. I apologize for the delay.
Thank you, Monsieur Michel. I am delighted you could accommodate me.
Eso merece 15 suscripciones, hombre. Eso merece 15 suscripciones. Es broma.
Wrong compartment. I need to find number 102. These first-class rooms are very spacious and luxurious.
Fórmate con el clip. Buenas tardes, señor.
Me?
Oh, my apologies.
Wrong compartment. I need to find number 102.
Que sean solo 10, dice. Plantar un pin porra. Mañana me dejó crecer el bigote.
Lady has a style of her own, eccentric but chic.
La mariposa.
Excuse me, I think you made a mistake.
You are Mr. Harris?
No, my name is McQueen.
There is no other berth on the train, monsieur. All is arranged. Yours is the upper berth. We start in 1 minute.
The train's remarkably full.
En voiture!
Listen, sir, if you'd rather have the lower berth, easier and all that, well, that's all right by me.
No, you are too amiable. It is for one night only, at Belgrade.
Oh, I see. You're getting out of Belgrade.
Not exactly.
Ha pasado una noche desde que partió el tren desde Estambul. Es la tarde del segundo día de viaje.
Ladies and gentlemen, dinner is served. You may join the rest of the passengers in the dining car. Excuse me, monsieur. Pierre asked me to inform you that a passenger left us, so his room is yours. Monsieur Bouc instructed that your things be transferred to room 202 during dinner. You will be more comfortable in first class.
It is true what you say. Thank you,
Mr. Fauché, monsieur.
Where will my new compartment be?
Room 202 is at the far end of the previous car.
I see, thank you. What is your position on the Orient Express?
I manage the bar car, and I also do the restaurant car service.
Well, then do not let me keep you. Lobster tonight, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
I'll leave you to it, then.
See you soon, monsieur.
¿Por qué no? ¿Está prohibido? Da igual. Restaurant.
Please, my friend.
¿Lo ves?
Join me.
No hay teléfonos
I have
móviles.
taken the liberty of ordering you your lobster.
Entonces,
Thank you.
le han puesto 2023 como que le pueden haber puesto...
If I had but the pen of a Balzac, I would depict the scene.
Oh, it is an idea, that.
Ah, you agree. It has not been done, I think. And yet, it lends itself to romance, my friend. All around us are people of all classes, of all nationalities, of all ages. For 3 days, these people, these strangers to one another, are brought together. They sleep and eat under one roof. They cannot get away from each other. At the end of the journey, they part. They go their several ways, never perhaps to see each other again.
Certainly it interests us, inviting us to watch and wonder about their lives.
Ah, I know you, my friend. Even now, your mind, it is at work. Let us test it. For example, what do you make of those two?
I was visiting my daughter. She works at the American Embassy in Istanbul. I told her she'd never find a husband there. Since I wanted to see Paris on my way home, she told me I should take this high-class train. I can't wait to see Paris. It looks beautiful in the movies, but it couldn't be more beautiful than Schenectady in the good old US of A. That's where I'm living now. And you, Miss Debenham, was it? Where do you hail from?
I was born in the UK.
Oh, that's in England, isn't it? What do you do for a living?
I teach English to children in other countries.
I see. Oh, I wish I spoke a foreign language. My daughter speaks several languages. Let me tell you about her work. It's very important.
Vale.
I can't wait to see Paris. It looks beautiful in the movies, but it couldn't be more beautiful than Schenectady in the good old US of A. That's where I'm living now. And you, Miss Debenham, was it? Where do you hail from?
I was born in the UK.
Oh, that's in England, isn't it? What do you do for a living?
I teach English to children in other countries.
I see. Oh, I wish I spoke a foreign language. My daughter speaks several languages.
Sí.
That was easy. There is much you can learn about someone just by observing them and listening. For example, that lady is reserved. She reveals little. She is self-contained. Some secret prompts her to allow her dinner companion to carry the conversation. I confess, in this case, what I witnessed in Istanbul suggests more, but I will respect her privacy.
You will always amaze me. Mamma mia, you can feel the power of our engine. We climb into the mountains with ease. I know something about the power, and this baby has it in spades.
There's something special about a train. I'll give you that. I sell toys. And model trains are one of our biggest items. And not just for children either.
You sell model cars too?
Sure, but give me a train any day.
Oh, my friend. What do you have against the cars? Now I work at Fortuna in Italy as a spokesperson. We are producing the next generation of electric cars, the Fortuna Firenze. Like the city, it is beautiful. We got the competitors looking over their shoulders so much, they're going to hit something.
Didn't mean to be insulting. It's just that there's something magical about a train.
Vale, este tío es italiano. Tendrá entre 35. Porque 60 no le veo. Portavoz. Hacía cierto manco.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
Sería portavoz entonces.
My little grey cells did not let me down. The loud gentleman is very confident, a master of his own fate. It is as much in the inflection as it is in the words. He believes in winning, also that he is the one who will win.
You are a magician.
Oh, it is not a parlor trick, my friend. It is simply observation.
Ahí llega el postre. De ahí te llega el postre, Freeman. Topa a ti. Míralo.
My friend, this is one of the best desserts I have ever eaten.
You have always had the sweet tooth.
But this, it is a masterpiece. I can't understand how the dessert can be so good. I would love to know what the recipe is. I couldn't tell what flavor the ice cream is.
Tiene pinta de que es limón.
It looks like lemon. Look at the zest.
Yes, I wasn't sure what that was. What is the red fruit?
Esto tiene que ser frambuesa, fresas no. Frambuesa.
It looks like a raspberry.
You have a good eye, Poirot. The biscuit is the foundation of the dessert. All else is built upon it. What do you think?
Parece ser que es el de galleta machacada. Porque no tiene pinta de ser una mousse de chocolate.
It looks like crushed biscuits, my friend.
Finally observed, indeed. Poirot, I am embarrassed to ask you a great favor.
My friend. El Hércules Poirot. El Hércules Poirot de los postres.
I am on this train due to the great favor you have done me. How may I assist you?
This dessert is sublime. If only I had the recipe. Unfortunately, the pastry chef, Miss Nielsen, she will guard her secrets. But you, my friend, I am sure you could make her confess.
You wish me to persuade the pastry chef to give up her recipe?
You who are the expert at interrogation.
Book, it is a dessert.
It is the pinnacle of desserts. You, my friend, who, as you say, are on this train, I blush to remind you.
Fine, you win. Again, what wouldn't I do for you, my friend?
Oh, thank you, Poirot. Good luck.
Vale. No me vas a dejar disfrutar del postre. Toca pelotas.
Good evening, mademoiselle.
Good evening, sir. How can I help you?
That was a magnificent dessert you served us tonight. I wanted to tell you personally how much both Monsieur Bouc and I enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, sir.
In fact, it is so good. Monsieur Bouc insists on knowing how you made it.
Oh, sir, I'm sorry. You must know a chef never gives away their recipes. But, well, you helped with the refrigerator, and without space in it for me, there would have been no dessert. Very well. To prepare tonight's dessert, first I melt sugar to make caramel. Then I spread this caramel to make tuiles. Between two tuiles, I add a small scoop of lemon ice cream, and I put the whole thing on a strawberry crown.
Poirot, you are suspicious even now. The pastry chef gave up her prized recipe a little too easily. I sense she wasn't entirely honest with me.
No, porque no son fresas.
Thank you for sharing your recipe with me, but I doubt those are strawberries you're using.
Oops. You have a good eye, Monsieur Poirot. Very well. What fruit do you think I used?
Frambuesas.
You used raspberries, not strawberries. I'm not fooled.
You're right. Mr. Bouc, he couldn't tell the difference. Let's move on to the bottom part of the dessert.
My favorite part of the dessert.
First, I melted some butter. I crumbled pieces of chocolate into the butter. Then I placed the mix in a circular mold. Finally, I let the whole thing cool down to let it harden.
Primero fundí mantequilla, sí. Trocé chocolate y lo mezclé con la mantequilla. No, no es chocolate.
It's certainly not chocolate that you've crumbled.
I see you do have an excellent palate. Do you know what ingredients I used?
Galletas machacadas.
A clever pastry chef might mix crushed biscuits with butter to create this delicious base.
That's it. You're getting closer to the entire recipe.
Closer? I've caught murderers with less difficulty than this.
I'll give you one last challenge. I'm sure you will be able to figure out the order I mix my ingredients in. If you can, you will have earned my recipe.
Mademoiselle, solving the murder of Roger Ackroyd was easier than this.
Vale, a ver. La vainilla se añade antes que la harina. Los huevos se añaden en primer o último. A ver. Los huevos se añaden en primer o último lugar. La peladura de naranja va después de la harina. La vainilla se añade antes que la harina. La peladura de naranja va después de la harina. Nunca se añade azúcar antes o después de la leche. El azúcar se añade después de la vainilla. Los huevos van justo antes o después. La peladura de naranja va después de la harina. A ver. Nunca se añade azúcar antes o después de la leche. Azúcar se añade después de la vainilla. Esto. A ver, yo creo que lo primero sería la harina. Más que no tú mientras están al respirar. Vale, pero me dice que la vainilla se añade antes que la harina. Y el azúcar se añade después de la vainilla. Sí, que es una receta, coño. No sé cómo conociéndome eres capaz de ponerlo. No sé cómo conociéndome eres capaz de ponerlo. Ya, pero... Ya, pero qué coño, que... Los huevos se añaden en primer lugar o en último. ¿Esto antes o después? A ver, yo creo que lo primero sería la harina. Normalmente sueles poner la harina primero. Pero claro, te dice que la vainilla va antes que la harina. Entonces tendrías que poner esto aquí. No me cuadra, pero bueno. Entonces esto iría aquí. Pero el azúcar se añade después. Joder. Qué asco das, joder. Te tomas por saco. Y luego la que más se queja de las natillas. Luego es la que más se queja de las natillas. No me lo recuerdes. No me recuerdes las natillas. No me recuerdes las natillas. Después. Vale. Entonces sería rollo así. El cuchareo. No, el azúcar se añade después de la vainilla. Nunca se añade azúcar antes o después de la leche. Los huevos se añaden en primero o en último lugar. Push. Es Push. No sé si has visto la película de Brain Dead. Tu madre se ha comido a mi perro. Pero si eres muy asqueroso, mejor no la veas. Si te dan asco las cosas asquerosas, mejor no veas esa película. Es que la vainilla se añade antes que la harina. Claro, a ver, el tema es que no sé si me está diciendo que se añade antes o después. Es que esto es, imagínate, el ingrediente es o después o que va totalmente después. Entonces no sabría si esto iría aquí y esto iría aquí.
No, not
no.
good.
A ver. Es que es lo que no me cuadra. Si la vainilla se añade antes que la harina, ¿vale? Iría vainilla, harina, ¿vale? Pero de repente te dice, el azúcar se añade después de la vainilla. Eso quiere decir que la vainilla no se añade antes que la harina. Entonces, la harina no puede ir en el segundo lugar. Pero claro, los huevos dicen que también se pueden añadir al principio o al final. Más justo, antes o después. Pero la pelota de la naranja va después de la... ¿Es un puto lío? Por eso, nunca se añade azúcar antes o después de la leche, ¿vale? Entonces, la leche, por descarte, no podría ir ni aquí ni aquí. ¿Vale? No puede ir en el hueco que tendría la vainilla o la harina. Pero claro, si la vainilla va antes que la harina, esto tendría que ir aquí. Pero claro, también te dice que el azúcar se añade después de la harina. Entonces, el azúcar iría aquí. Entonces, no sé cómo está escrito. ¿Sabes? Entonces, no sé cómo está escrito. No quiero darle la pista, ¿vale? Porque no le voy a dar a la pista. Quiero sacarlo yo. Pero claro, si el antes significa que esto tiene que estar al lado, no me cabría de que el azúcar también esté en la misma posición que el 2. Ya, pero entonces no puede estar la harina y el azúcar en el mismo lugar. Porque si te dice que nunca se le puede echar azúcar o antes o después de la leche, entonces no puedes echarle leche. Entonces tienen que estar pegados. ¿Es a lo que me refiero? Significa pegados. Porque si no, la leche no la echas. ¿Sabes? Entonces nunca se añade azúcar antes o después de la leche. Eso significa que la leche no puede estar ni aquí ni aquí. Porque si no, no podrías echarle leche nunca. Porque si no la echas ni antes ni después, la leche no la echas. La peor naranja va después de la harina. ¿Ves? Y aquí no podrías poner la leche como último, porque está antes. Eso significa que la leche la meterías con esto.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
A ver, si es por tal, tú harías esto. Echarías los huevos, echarías la leche, echarías la tal, azúcar, ¿sabes? ¿Sabes? Porque primero harías el montón de harina. Luego pues echarías todos los ingredientes dentro. Mira, hasta yo te diría que...
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
Pero no. No, no es así. Que no quiero una pista, coño. ¿Ves? Los huevos o van al principio o van al final. Tú los huevos los tiras o al principio o al final. Aquí no es... Pero que si me ciño a lo que me dice el texto, no me encaja, Joma. Si me ciño a lo que dice el texto, no me encaja. A ver, por tal sería así. Porque la vainilla va antes que la harina. Hombre, es que eso ya lo sé. La vainilla va antes que la harina porque lo pone ahí. Lo llevo diciendo un buen rato. Pero... si luego va esto aquí... tiene que ser así.
I must admit I'm not right this time.
Pero no.
I do not think that's the right answer.
¿Sabes? ¿Ves? El azúcar se añade después de la vainilla. La peladura de naranja va después de la harina. Ahí está bien. Pero los huevos van al final. Porque te lo está diciendo. Los huevos van justo antes o después de la peladura de naranja. Pero los huevos se añaden en primer o último lugar. Entonces la peladura va aquí. Pero si me está diciendo que la peladura va después de la naranja...
No, not good.
¿Lo ves? No. Lo único que me entraría que como la leche, que sea la primera.
I do not
Y
think
tampoco.
that's the right answer. My little gray cells did not let me down.
A puto poleo.
As promised, my recipe is yours. Give me 5 minutes to write it down for you.
Thank you. I am in your debt.
Era la puta azúcar y la puta harina lo que estaban haciendo conflicto.
I can take advantage of this moment to resume my little observations of the past.
Era la puta harina y el este lo que hacía conflicto. ¿Por qué me está saltando?
Did you enjoy the meal?
I'm not used to meals like this.
You do not have good restaurants in Kenya?
Actually, we do. This is in the 1930s.
I did not mean to offend.
You didn't like the meal?
The lobster, it was undercooked, and the potatoes were too dry.
I expect, being Princess Dragomirov's assistant, you must be used to eating well.
Cooking is an art. You do not need to wear the chef's hat to be an artist.
What is your favorite dish?
Currywurst. It is a specialty of
Que ya lo sé, que no nadie cocinaría en ese orden, Joma. Normalmente para hacer eso harías el típico volcán de harina, ¿vale? A lo mejor le echarías primero los huevos, el tal, y lo último echarías la leche para ya hacer el cemento, ¿sabes?
Did you enjoy the meal?
I'm not used to meals like this.
You do not have good restaurants in Kenya?
Actually, we do. This is in the 1930s.
I did not mean to offend.
You didn't like the meal?
The lobster, it was undercooked, and the potatoes were too dry.
I expect, being Princess Dragomirov's assistant, you must be used to eating well.
Cooking is an art. You do not need to wear the chef's hat to be an artist.
What is your favorite dish?
Currywurst. It is a specialty of mine.
Creo que era Suiza. El Courage Word. Creo que era o suizo o alemán. Es ayudante y es una mujer de unos 33 años. Creo que es alemana.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
I made a lot of progress on the expenses last night, sir. I should be done by tomorrow morning.
You're supposed to be a fast worker, Hector.
Sorry, sir. Working here is not as comfortable as in our office in Boston.
You're lucky to ride in a train like this.
I made a lot of progress on the expenses last night, sir. I should be done by tomorrow morning.
You're supposed to be a fast worker, Hector.
Sorry, sir. Working here is not as comfortable as in our office in Boston.
Americano.
You're lucky to ride in a train like this.
Es americano. 40 años. Y es secretario. Lo habíamos dicho antes.
Voilà.
Here you are, sir.
Sí, a ver, es un puzzle,
My
¿no? Es un
recipe.
puzzle.
Please tell Mr. Book he should not expect my recipes for the other desserts.
Thank you very much, mademoiselle. I know he will sincerely appreciate the gesture, and I will make certain he gets the message.
Ya te digo, me está recordando mucho a la peli de Kenneth Branagh. ¿Es de Kenneth Branagh? Creo que sí, ¿no?
Poirot, you are good.
Que me moló bastante la peli. Luego las siguientes... Bueno, no está mal. Pero la del Orient Express está muy chula. A mí me gustó.
Thank you so much, my friend. Eat your dessert. You've earned it.
Good evening. My name is Ratchet. I think that I have the pleasure of speaking to Mr. Hércules Poirot, is that so?
You have been correctly informed, monsieur.
Your exploits are well known on my side of the Atlantic. In my country, we come to the point quickly. Mr. Poirot, I want you to take on a job for me. Are you interested in earning a lot of money?
My clientele, monsieur, is limited nowadays. I undertake very few cases.
Why, naturally. I understand that. But this, Mr. Poirot, means big money. Big money.
Vale. Americano. Este es un empresario. 62 años. Bueno, el que haya visto la película sabe quién es.
What is it you wish me to do for you, Monsieur Ratchet?
Mr. Poirot, I am a rich man. A very rich man. Men in that position have enemies. I have an enemy.
Monsieur,
yo vi un poco de la vieja, de la peli vieja, que está en esto, en Prime. Está en Amazon Prime, la vieja.
Enemy or enemies, it doesn't matter.
Y luego la nueva creo que la tenéis en Disney Plus.
My life has been threatened, Mr. Poirot. Now, I'm a man who can take pretty good care of himself. But as I look at it, a little insurance wouldn't hurt. And remember, big money.
I regret, monsieur, that I cannot oblige you.
What's wrong with my proposition?
If you will forgive me for being personal, I do not like your face, Mr. Ratchet. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to finish my coffee peacefully.
A ver, a mí la del Nilo y la de Venecia, bueno, no es tan mal como he dicho. Pero te impacta mucho más Orient Express. Yeah, pues mira, ha entrado.
You can never have too many of these.
Qué guapo que soy, coño. Pero creo que el ABC Murders, ¿vale? El asesino del abecedario, que fue así de los primeros, bueno, creo recordar, de los primeros de Agatha Christie que sacaron. Bueno, supongo que sacarían muchos más antes, seguro. Pero de los primeros así que sacaron, bueno, el ABC Murder, creo que tenía puzzles más enrevesados.
We have stopped?
Yes, sir. Belgrade Station. If you'd like to go out and get some fresh air, now is the time. The train leaves at 9:15.
No, I see that it is snowing. I will not seek out the fresh air.
Probably a wise decision. May I suggest a chocolate to accompany your coffee? It is produced by my father, the best chocolatier in Switzerland.
I would never refuse a chocolate with such high recommendation.
I know you will enjoy it, and please let me know if there is anything
¿Por qué
else you
tenemos a
require.
Cristiano Ronaldo de camarero? Míralo, es portugués en realidad el pavo. Yo sé que Vero estuvo con el ABC Murders. Suizo. Yo creo que tendrá unos 28 añitos. Y es controlador. Pero es Cristiano Ronaldo. A mí no me jodas.
Voilà. Everything was perfect. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Is there anything you require, monsieur?
No, merci.
Vale. Pues a ver. Todo esto lo llevamos. Nos dice que nos vayamos a dormir. Porque ya, en cuanto nos vayamos a dormir... ¿Ya? Vale. ¿Dónde va a ser la noche? Bien. El aniversario. Estás hablando con CP.1, hombre.
Why, I thought you'd left us. You said you were getting off at Belgrade.
You misunderstood me.
But, man, your baggage, it's gone.
It has been moved into another compartment, that is all.
Oh, I see.
¿Me dejáis pasar, por favor? Que estáis en medio. Primera clase. Hostia, qué fallito, ¿no? Este sí que tiene reflejo, pero este no. Hostia, qué raro.
I wish you a good night, Monsieur Poirot.
Good night.
Era el 202.
It is just the cold. I'm now making myself a cup of tea.
I hope it'll warm you up.
I hope so. Good night.
Well, good night, my dear. What a brave girl. On the other hand, that man there in the next cabin, Monsieur Ratchet, he scares the hell out of me. There's something wrong about that man. My daughter always says I'm very intuitive. When Mama gets a hunch, she's dead right. That's what my daughter says. And I've got a hunch about that man. He's next door to me, and I don't like it. I put my bags against the communicating door last night. I thought I heard him trying the handle. Well, whoever you are, I'm going right to bed to read. Good night.
Good night, madam. Whoever I am? Monsieur Ratchet seems very upset.
A dormir.
Ah, finally a real bed fit for a king. Or a very tired detective.
Lo que sí que salía en las pelis de... Bueno, en la del Nilo, ¿vale? De las nuevas. Salía... que no sé si eso será verdad. El por qué llevaba el bigote tan grande. Y era porque tenía cicatrices de la guerra. Y por eso se dejó el bigote tan tocho. Para ocultar las cicatrices de la guerra. No sé si eso era verdad. Si en los libros lo decía. Ya te digo, yo los libros no me los he leído.
Monsieur Ratchet?
Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé.
Good night, madame.
The American lady?
Yes, don't worry. You'll know how Mrs. Hubbard is. Imagine to yourself the time I have had with her. She insists, but insists, that there is a man in her compartment. Just imagine it, monsieur. In a space of this size, where would he conceal himself? I argue with her. I point out that it is impossible. She insists. She woke up and there was a man there. And how, I ask, did he get out? And leave the door bolted behind him? But she will not listen to reason.
That one does not leave time to listen. The train has stopped, Mr. Michel?
We have run into a snowdrift. Heaven knows how long we shall be here. I remember once being snowed in for 7 days.
Where are we?
Between Winkowski and
Buenas, Axel.
Rod.
Oh la la. It's time for me to go back to bed.
I wish you a good night, monsieur. Or what is left of it.
Que no lo dejaban dormir.
The train is still stuck and the snow continues to fall. I should have taken an airplane. Well, I must make the best of it and join the other passengers for breakfast. The train still hasn't left.
¿Y cuánta nieve? ¿Y cuánto? Y qué blanquita.
Good morning, Monsieur Michel.
Good morning, sir. Please enjoy our special breakfast in our restaurant.
Por si acaso, hay que traer al váter. A buscar bigotes de oro.
This delay is intolerable. I am supposed to be demonstrating the Firenze in Paris in 2...
My daughter said it would be the easiest way in the world. Just sit on the train.
Estás con tu hija, Nano, que no cagas,
Good morning, madam. The snow is a predicament, is it not?
I am Russian. Snow is no stranger to me.
Ah, the accent. Would it be St. Petersburg?
You are very perceptive. Monsieur Poirot, is it not?
And may I take it, I have the honor of addressing Princess Natalia Dragomirov.
We dispense with the old titles these days. My husband, all of my past, was taken from me by these Stalinists. When they were gone, I became director of the St. Petersburg Museum of Antiquities to restore and preserve what I can of my country's history.
Still, the delay must be vexing.
If I must be late for my appointments, then they will wait.
Que te sea leve el
I
curro.
would certainly wait, madame. It has been my extreme pleasure to make your acquaintance, madame.
Au revoir, Monsieur Poirot.
A beautiful piano. What a luxury. Pity there's no one to play it.
Yo era más famoso de la duquesa, Smirnoff dice.
Mademoiselle, you are not concerned about the train stopping?
What can one do?
Indeed, this does not make the train move. You have great strength to remain calm at a time like this.
I know one far, far stronger than I.
And that is?
Well, that old lady, for instance. You have probably noticed her. She just has to lift her little finger and ask for something in a polite voice, and the whole train runs.
It runs also for my friend Monsieur Bouc. But that is because he is a director of the line, not because he has a masterful character.
You don't have to have a strong will when you have power. But I suspect I did not need to tell you that, Mr.
Poirot.
Mr. Poirot.
Good morning, Mr. Fauchet. You have early customers, I see.
Yes, I am stuck serving here as well at breakfast. Everyone is impatient. They keep complaining that the train is not moving. As if I could get out and push it.
It's too early for me to order a boxcar. That is the appropriate drink, I believe.
A gin, triple sec, lemon and grenadine mix. A drink for a train indeed.
But not perhaps for my breakfast. I think I will settle for an omelette.
Good luck, sir.
No,
Miss
omelette.
Nielsen is helping to serve in the dining car.
A lo mejor hay por aquí.
The Orient Express bar is certainly well stocked.
A ver, bien surtido, pero muy poco organizado, ¿eh? Me van a llamar el señor de los váteres.
How long are we expected to be stranded here?
It won't do much good complaining to me. That fellow there with the moustache, he may know something.
Excusez-moi, sir.
Yes?
Monsieur Bouc asks for you to join him in compartment 203.
Ahora. A partir de aquí ya empieza la chicha.
Here, Poirot. Can you tell us anything?
I can tell you the snow, it will not move aside on its own.
Of course. But you obviously have some influence with Book.
I am going to see him now. I will ask him if he has any information.
Exacto, resolver un asesinato. No sé si has visto la película o leído el libro de Asesinato en el Orient Express.
Ah, my good friend. Come in. We have need of you.
What has occurred?
A passenger lies dead in his bed. Stabbed.
A passenger? Which passenger?
In there. He's an American. A man called Ratchet. It was his valet, Masterman, who was worried that Mr. Ratchet was not awake yet. Pierre Michel, the conductor, decided to break in and found the body.
I see. Well, my friend, I think it is best not to touch anything and wait for the police to arrive.
Oh, I tried to call the police, but there is no cell tower for many kilometers. We could be stuck in the snow for hours. The murderer is with us. On the train, now! The sooner we catch him, the sooner we'll be out of danger. The Dr. Constantine is already examining the body.
Mon ami, this is not a missing train ticket. We must follow procedure. We must wait for the police to secure the crime scene.
Please, Poirot. I will take full responsibility.
Book, you ask. Well, if we cannot contact the outside world, then... Oh, you are going to drive me crazy. In truth, this problem intrigues me. I was reflecting not half an hour ago that many hours of boredom lay ahead whilst we are stuck here. And now, a problem lies ready to my hand.
You accept then?
C'est entendu. You place the matter in my hands.
Mr. Poirot, I am Dr. Constantine.
Forgive me, Doctor. You are a medical examiner?
No, but I have assisted in post-mortems at Nairobi Hospital, where I am a teaching fellow.
I am familiar with your excellent institution.
I do not intend to perform a full autopsy, but a preliminary examination should be of some use.
Of course. May I have a look? Then we can compare notes.
Please. If you need any help, I won't be far away.
Desbloqueé un recuerdo. Win trofeo. Le acaba de saltar un trofeo a Axel de recordatorio de cuando jugaste. Creo que es keniata. 47 años, enfermero. ¿Es doctor? ¿Puede ser? ¿Doctor? ¿No? Siempre he querido jugar a un Lighton. Siempre he querido jugar. A ver si, ojalá sacaran un profesor Lighton ahí todo guapo para Nintendo Switch o para la siguiente en Switch 2 Pro.
That was easy.
La receta es la tarta de chocolate fundido. Bueno, dormirás para siempre.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but I must question you.
Of course. I must be considered under suspicion like everyone else.
May I know your movements last night?
I share compartment 101 with Mr. Booth. He would not stop talking about his beloved train. I listened to him for hours talking about his Orient Express.
My friend Book will no doubt confirm this. Did you know the victim?
Not at all. I noticed him last night at dinner, but I did not pay much attention.
Did you touch anything in here this morning?
I checked for a pulse. There was none. Rigor mortis had commenced. The body was cool to the touch. I touched nothing else.
What can you tell me about the victim?
He died from multiple stab wounds of varying angles and depth. More than
Vamos,
one
que alguien
would
se
have been
ensañó con él.
I would place the time of death roughly between midnight and 2 a.m. With more time, I hope I can be more precise.
¿Y quién?
I assume the open window complicates matters.
Indeed. Conditions are not perfect.
Ya os digo, aunque sepamos toda la trama y tal, ¿vale? Mejor no soltar ningún spoiler. Por si alguien no conoce el famoso bestseller Asesinato en el Orient Express. Que es una putada, que te suelten en spoilers, ¡buah! Es un putadón que flipas.
I'm sure I will find some interesting things inside. I'm sure I will find some interesting things inside. I'm sure...
Aquí no hay nada, Mira, aquí tenemos un móvil. El primer móvil que vemos, Pero está roto. ¿Sí que? No es ningún móvil.
This phone was deliberately smashed.
Exotic Bab.
Did it belong to Ratchet? I'll take photos.
H.
A handkerchief. There's a letter H embroidered on it.
Buena pipa.
Last night, Monsieur Ratchet said he takes precautions. I see now what he meant. He knew he was in danger and wanted to be ready, yet it was no use to him. I will leave it here for the police.
As you see, the victim has been stabbed many times. Several alone would have been fatal.
Yes, I agree. An attack most savage.
I will, of course, prepare a complete report on my findings.
Thank you. The watch is broken. The hands are stopped at 1:15 a.m. One would expect that to be the time when the attack occurred. I wonder what could be in this photo.
Vale.
A box of sleeping pills.
Reconstrucción de foto. Yo creo que esto va aquí. Vale, no. Esto no va aquí. Voy a quitarlo. Pero ese sí. Vale. esto por aquí. A ver, y esto creo que puede encajar aquí. Aquí. Es un lindo gatito. Este va aquí. No. Bueno, ¿irá o no? No se sabe. Aquí. Vale, este va aquí. Para Daisy.
For Daisy. Interesting. I'm right again. That happens to me a lot. Not exactly the reading material one would expect of a man like Ratchet.
Vale, Alicia paseaba por el bosque de las 1000 flores. Cogió 10 flores para hacer un ramo. De repente el ramo se convirtió en una mariposa. Y las flores del suelo empezaron a multiplicarse. Había el doble. Alicia llegó Alicia llegó a una puerta que le preguntó: si quieres salir del bosque, has de responderme cuántas flores quedan en el bosque. Tu puta madre. Cogió 10 flores para hacer un ramo. A ver, de repente el ramo se convirtió en una mariposa y... Alicia paseaba por el bosque de las 1000 flores. Vale. Si se multiplicó... Bueno, si había el doble, ya no era el de las 1000, era el de las 2000. Pero como cogió 10 flores... sería el de 1990. Y eso significa... ¿1990? No. El calor es un asco, el calor es una mierda.
Expensive clothing, recently laundered.
Ya.
Not exactly the reading material one would expect of a
Así que,
man
¿cuántas flores
like-
quedan en el bosque? Si había el doble... ¿Cuántas flores quedan en el bosque? 2000. Pero como quito 10, sería 1990. A no ser que no fueran 1990, sino que quitó 20. Entonces serían 1980.
Not very surprising.
No me sorprende. A ver, por cada persona herida sufrirás el mismo daño. Tu muerte se acerca. No olvidamos. Coño.
Unusual letter, this. Where can the killer have gone? This door communicates with compartment 204. The latch is open on this side. This door The chain lock is broken. Monsieur Michel told me that he broke the chain on the door to get into the room. I shouldn't leave until I have finished. The chain lock is Monsieur Michel.
A mí ahora mismo de momento me está pareciendo igual que la peli. Vale. Ah, vale, aquí, coño.
The snow is falling only lightly this morning. The murderer would have left tracks in the snow if he had jumped out the window.
Bueno, ninguno. Bueno, sí, la multiplicó por 2, pero. Ya está. Claro. 1980. ¿Y qué era lo que...? ¿Y esto era 1980? No, porque ella coge 10, ¿vale? Y entonces quedan 990. Y luego de ese ramo aparecen las mariposas. Y tal como aparecen las mariposas, las 990 se hacen el doble. Entonces son 1980. Vale, seleccione los dos elementos que revelen la forma más probable que el asesino saliera de la habitación. Sería por la ventana. Que en realidad no. Y sería esto.
No, not good.
A ver, una es por la adyacente.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
Vale, coño, ¿qué es esta? Joder. Una es esta. Buenas, Luyo. ¿Qué tal estás? Vale. Luego tendríamos esta. Y esta. Y luego esta y esta.
The murderer must have exited through Madame Hubert's
Claro, por eso
room.
cuando antes ha dicho, dice, había alguien en mi habitación. La mujer de al lado ha dicho, tenía alguien en mi habitación. ¿Qué dos personas pudieron ver salir de la habitación al asesino? Tú y tú.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Interroga a tal y interroga a tal. Vale.
I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene.
¿Qué me queda de la escena del crimen?
This door communicates.
¿Qué me queda de la escena del crimen? Coño, pues esto no lo había mirado, no me jodas. Jonathan Day.
A meeting place on the back of a postcard. Someone with the initials
W.
W. Ratchet had an appointment he will never keep.
Esta ya la tengo, esto. Vale. Creo que ahora ya. Vale. Vale, a ver, selecciono dos elementos que ayuden a esclarecer lo que ocurrió. Vale. Sería esto y esto, ¿no? Esto y esto.
I must admit I'm not right this time.
Vale, pues entonces serían estos dos. No me queda otra. Pues nada, ahora ves para casa, Luyo, y a descansar. Que sé que el hospital es agotado y ya te lo puedo... Que lo sé por experiencia. Que el hospital es agotado.
I can't imagine Ratchet taking a sleeping pill if he feared for his life. That's the right answer.
¿Quién son las dos personas que trabajan para Ratchet? A ver, una es señor McQueen y el otro es el señor Masterman. A ver, es comprensible, no puedes estar todo el día. Una locura. Yo me tiraba por las noches.
Voilà.
Y acababa con el cuerpo, vamos, escombro, no, lo siguiente.
I think I've seen everything I need at the moment. I am counting on you to finish your analysis.
I'll have a more detailed report for you as soon as I can.
So, Poirot, did you find anything out?
Que está
It's a
muerto.
bit early for the handcuffs, my friend. Even for Hércules Poirot. Do not worry, mon ami. I believe our culprit has no plans to strike again. Monsieur Ratchet was the target. Of that I am convinced. Tell me, Book, how did you spend last night?
This is a joke, I hope. Don't you trust your old friend?
My friend, calm yourself. I must hear your story in order to corroborate other accounts.
Ah, naturally. Let me see. I went to my compartment after dinner. Dr. Constantine was already there. We talked about his career. He's a Cambridge man, you know. After university, he returned to his country and has done much good there. He was so interested in the Orient Express. I told him all the anecdotes I know. I'm not certain when we fell asleep, but it was very late.
Here is what I have found out. Monsieur Ratchet was stabbed many times. I also found threatening letters in his safe. He had a loaded gun under his pillow, so he was on guard, ready to defend himself. However, there was an empty glass with white residue at the bottom. I suspect a barbiturate. Perhaps he was forced to take it. In any case, I am certain he was unconscious, unable to defend himself. I also found several other items at the crime scene, possibly related to the murder. They must be investigated.
By all means, Poirot. As fast as you can.
I also found liquid for an electronic cigarette, but I could not find a vape. This might belong to the murderer.
This criminal is an amateur.
I need a list of the passengers with their compartment numbers.
Pierre Michel will have it.
I must interview the rest of the passengers and the staff.
I'll be in the bar car if you need me. We are hours late. Soon I hope help will arrive.
Vale. ¿Qué hora es? Vale, media horita más.
Good morning, madam. I am Hércules Poirot.
Caroline Hubbard. What can I do for you, Mr. Poirot?
I am the bearer of unfortunate news.
It's obvious with all the commotion that something has happened.
Madame Hubbard, I am afraid your neighbor, Monsieur Ratchet, was murdered last night.
Oh my God! I knew it! I knew it!
I would like to ask you some questions, but first, may I inspect your room?
Of course, yes, you must. I was visiting my daughter. She works at the American Embassy in Istanbul. I told her she'd never find a husband there. Since I wanted to see Paris on my way home, she told me I should take this high-class train. I can't wait to see Paris. It looks beautiful in the movies, but it couldn't be more beautiful than Schenectady in the good old US of A. That's where I'm living now.
Podría ser estadounidense, 60 años, ama de casa. Tiene más pinta de controladora que de otra cosa, ¿eh? A ver, sé que a lo mejor no es controladora, que es ama de casa, pero por las risas vamos a poner controladora. Que a lo mejor luego no es ni estadounidense.
No.
Es ama de casa, creo, ¿no?
My little gray cells did not let me down.
Y no creo que dure mucho más, ¿eh? No creo que dure mucho más el juego. Yo creo que como mucho... sus 6 horitas, 7 como mucho durará, ¿eh? Yo creo que mañana, si va todo guay, yo creo que nos lo pasamos mañana.
The luxury of the Orient Express is present in every detail.
No sé lo que es. Vale, pero yo quiero saber qué es eso de ahí abajo. Pero no me lo deja. No me deja averiguar qué es eso.
This door connects to Monsieur Ratchet's compartment. It was latched on this side.
Un broche.
Here is a jacket button. It bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Oma, lo matas tú, lo mato yo. Los trenes ya tienen sus trenes topistas.
Another delightful trophy for my collection.
Se llaman vías.
Madame, please tell me about last night.
The murderer was right here in my compartment. I woke up. All in the dark it was. I was just so scared I couldn't scream. I pressed the call button. I pressed and pressed. I heard footsteps running in the corridor, then a knock on my door. "Come in," I screamed. And I switched on the lights at the same time. And would you believe it? There wasn't a soul there.
You think he went back into the other compartment?
How do I know where he went? I had my eyes shut tight. The conductor came in. I told the man what had happened, and he didn't seem to believe me. I asked him to search the room, but he found nothing. I told the conductor to look at the door between the compartments, and sure enough, it wasn't bolted. Well, I soon saw to that. I told him to bolt it, then and there.
How is it you didn't bolt the door between the two compartments?
But I had. Well, as a matter of fact, I asked that Swedish lady, Olsen, Greta, if it was bolted, and she said it was.
How was it you could not see for yourself?
I was already in bed, and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was.
What time was it when you asked her to do this for you?
Oh, it must have been around 10:30 or 10:45 p.m. She'd come along to see if I had an aspirin. But instead of opening my door, she opened Mr. Ratchet's door by mistake. He said something quite rude, like, "Not a chance, lady, you're too old." It shocked her. She came in. I told her where to find the aspirin, and she got it out of my toiletry bag. Poor girl, she didn't have a good night.
The same could be said for Monsieur Ratchet. It appears Mademoiselle Olsen may be the last person to see Ratchet alive.
Cabrón.
Is this your handkerchief?
No, not at all.
Yet it is embroidered with an initial H, like your name.
I don't care. It's not mine, and I would certainly never buy something so impractical as that frilly thing.
Are you a smoker?
No, definitely not. Filthy habit.
I found a jacket button on your table. It looks like it belongs to a train employee. The button bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Well, of course the conductor came in last night, but he didn't go near that table.
Still, it's a safe bet that it belongs to the conductor. I'll check his jacket later, to be sure. I have not finished inspecting your room. If you don't mind,
Ya, pero es que aquí hay algo. Ahora sí que me deja. Joder, antes no me ha dejado.
let's see if Mrs. Hubbard was telling the truth about the latch of the connecting door. This hook is probably where Mrs. Hubbard hung her toiletry bag. I can see the latch very well from here, even with the toiletry bag attached. I'll have to clear that up with Mrs. Hubbard.
Me has mentido.
Mrs. Hubbard, you told me that the door connecting the two compartments was closed, correct?
Yes, it was, as I told you. I was already in bed and my toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was. That's why I asked Miss Olsen to check if it was closed.
Esta,
Are
me
you
mientes.
sure everything you've told me is accurate, Madame Hubbard?
Of course. I have an excellent memory.
Mrs. Hubbard, I tested putting your toiletry bag on the door hook as you told me. From your bed, you can easily see the latch on the door. The toiletry bag does not hide the latch at all.
Are you saying I'm lying?
Hombre, pues
It may
sí.
have been stuck somehow in a different position, or I may not have seen it in the darkness. Or I didn't think to look, you irritating man.
Details matter, Madame. A man has been most savagely murdered. You will excuse me if I attempt to separate the truth from the
Confiese.
false.
Ha sido
Forget my
usted.
toiletry bag and focus on who entered my compartment. Probably after killing Mr. Ratchet.
Madame Hubbard is a force to be reckoned with, but I suspect I'm not done with her. Thank you for your assistance, Madame.
Apuñálala. Poirot. Poirot. Apuñálala.
Monsieur Michel, I must ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
I will do everything I can to help.
First of all, tell me about yourself.
Very well. My name, as you know, is Pierre Michel. I am from Calais. I've been with the company for over 15 years.
Thank you.
Ha dicho de Calais, ¿no? Es que eso es suizo, ¿no?
Monsieur Michel, I must ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
I will do everything I can to help.
First of all, tell me about yourself.
Very well. My name, as you know, is Pierre Michel. I am from Calais. I've been with the company for over 15 years.
Thank you.
Suena más francés, en realidad. Tendrá unos... Tiene más pinta de tener 57. Mozo. ¡Mozo! Sí.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Acusarlos no, matarlos. Toma, matar. Te los quitas a todos de un plumazo.
Can you provide me with a listing of the passengers and their rooms, please?
Yes, certainly.
Vale, tenemos a Tony Maguire, a Héctor, el de la película de Aquiles, Edward Norton, Antonio Banderas, Mary, Greta Garbo, Joanna Dark, Samuel L. Jackson y Rudolph. Mira, tenemos aquí a Rudolph.
Are you a smoker?
Indeed.
Do you smoke e-cigarettes?
No. Tobacco only.
Tabaco. Tabaco. Tabaco.
I would like to reconstruct with your help the events of last night. Monsieur Ratchet retired to bed. When?
Almost immediately after dinner, sir. Actually, before we left Belgrade.
Did anybody go into his compartment after that?
His valet, monsieur. Monsieur Masterman. And then his secretary, the young American gentleman. Monsieur McQueen.
And that is the last time you saw or heard of him?
No, monsieur. You forget that Monsieur Ratchet rang his bell around 12:40 a.m., soon after we had stopped. I knocked at the door, but he called out in French, "Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé." I then left to answer another bell that had just rung.
Hombre, claro. Era la nariz roja, llevaba las drogas.
Where were you at 1:15 a.m.?
I was sitting on my little seat at the end of the car, facing up the corridor.
Are you sure?
I left a little after 1 a.m. to speak about the snow with my colleague Jean in the bar car. I came back later. There was a call. I remember speaking to you.
Indeed, I remember. Carry on.
It was the American lady, Madame Hubbard. She thought she saw a man in her compartment. Then, around 1:50 a.m., I made the bed for Monsieur Ratchet's secretary, Monsieur McQueen. He had spent the evening talking with the English Captain Arbuthnot. At 2 a.m., I returned to my place and stayed there until dawn.
Mentiroso.
What is the last station where we stopped?
Vinkovsky.
Could someone have come on board?
Possibly. I was very busy. Owing to the weather, we were a few minutes late. We left at 12:10 a.m.
I found a button from an Orient Express staff jacket. Did you lose one by any chance?
No, monsieur. As you can see, I have all my buttons. It is not mine.
No me fío de ti. Esta sería la última, ¿no? Creo que dijo que... a las 12:10 pararon. Qué rabia me da, tío. Hay como un pequeño delay. Creo que a las 12:10 pararon en Vysotsky. Se subió. Creo que esto fuera aquí. Y esto por aquí, creo. Creo que era así, ¿eh? No...
I do not think that's the right answer.
Oh. Es como un pequeño delay cuando...
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
Esto no se puede mover, ¿no? No. Este es el último. A no ser que esto fuera así.
I do not think that's the right answer.
O esto fuera así. Vale.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
El asesino evitó al señor Michel. Coño, que no quería esto, que quería darle caña aquí. Vale, selecciono dos elementos que ayuden a deducir cómo pude evitar el asesino que lo viera. Se tuvo a las... ¿Eso quiere decir? No. Sería esta y esta.
This is
No.
wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
Porque si el reloj se detuvo al tal, a las 15, a la 1:15, no estaba fumando.
No, not good. This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
La única que... No, porque no me... Ahí, es esta, coño. No la había leído.
While Monsieur Michel was chatting with Monsieur Fauchet in the bar car between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., the murderer could have escaped Ratchet's room without being seen. Et voilà.
Et voilà. ¿Es sospechosa la señora? Sí.
This direction looks promising.
También.
According to the information I have, this is a solid choice.
Monsieur Poirot, PDP. Contigo ya he hablado.
So, Poirot, I hope you are progressing in your investigation.
Están todos
I have
jodidos.
not finished yet, but
Los voy a
it is
matar a todos.
progressing, yes.
Voy a prenderle fuego
I
al
still
tren.
have many questions that must be answered. I will report to you as soon as I can.
Dices, joder, dices, ¿por qué entras tanto a los baños? Dices, porque me cago en todos vosotros. Como si fuera tu casa, Poirot. Venga. ¿Por qué no? Ahora dejásela abierta. Venga. Todos no. Esta es aquí donde yo estoy.
The mustache comb to tame unruly knots. Wax to preserve the perfect symmetry of the mustache.
La cera es perfecta, ¿eh? Esto es un pom. ¿O no?
Finest of curling irons.
Ah, no,
for the
es un
mustache.
rizador de bigotes. No sabía que esto existía, pero bueno. A lo mejor no, Freeman. A lo mejor no. No sabría decirte. A lo mejor no. A lo mejor está desguazado.
Monsieur Edward Masterman, I believe. May I ask you some questions?
I can barely talk.
Que no lo sé, no lo sé.
I have a terrible
No sé si sigue
toothache.
existiendo.
We have a doctor on board the train. Perhaps.
I do not need a doctor. I use essential oils. If you can find my flask of clove oil in my box, I would be grateful.
Fine, if you insist. I will help you.
A ver qué quiere este.
By the smell, I think that the jojoba oil spilled on the other bottles, leaving their labels illegible. I must find another way to find which one is Masterman's toothache remedy. The weighing scale is soaked in jojoba oil. It's unusable. Ah, this old scale will do the job.
Vale.
To start, I must first arrange the vials from the lightest to the heaviest.
Almendra, el Yang 2 milímetros. Vale, la amarilla pesa más que la roja. Así que... Pero la azul pesa más que la amarilla. Y la negra pesa una mierda. Así que eso significa que la azul va primero. Roja. Ahí negra. Vale, verde. Pesa. Y la... Vale. Esto iría aquí. A ver. La roja pesa más. Esto por aquí.
Now that I know the order, I think that I can easily guess which one is the clove oil.
Vale. El clavo son 7 milímetros. Que si decimos que el verde es el limón, ¿vale? Fácil. Vale, el azul. He dicho el verde, ¿no? Mierda. Dislexia pura. Bueno, dislexia no. Gilipollez. Azul sería limón. Amarillo sería o lavanda o jojoba. Así que yo creo que sería lavanda. Porque el jojoba es el que se ha roto. Así que por un descarte, el rojo sería el clavo. Y como no, dimos en el clavo.
Here is Monsieur Masterman's remedy.
Gilexia, sí, Gilexia.
Here is your remedy. I hope it will help.
Thank you very much, sir. Ah, well, I can finally speak without too much pain. I'm ready to answer your questions.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's valet?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Were you told that your employer was murdered?
Yes, sir. A very shocking occurrence.
Pilla taxi porque si no te mata. A ver.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's valet?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Were you told that your employer was murdered?
Yes, sir. A very shocking occurrence.
Vale. Sabiendo que los demás eran estadounidenses, americanos. Este tendría que tener unos 39. Y es un doctor.
I do not think that's the right answer.
No creo que sea mozo, pero doctor sí. 66, no creo, ¿no? Este hombre no puede tener 66 años. ¿O sí? A lo mejor es canadiense. Señor Masterman.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
¿Serán 66 años? No creo, ¿no?
You are Monsieur Ratchet's valet?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Were you told that your employer was murdered?
Yes, sir. A very shocking occurrence.
No creo, ¿no? Aunque vale, aunque en la película lo pintaban como un señor mayor.
I must admit I'm not right this time.
A ver si no, al final no va a ser doctor, que va a ser el puto mozo. Pero no creo, ¿no? Bueno, no es... Un puto mozo de mierda.
That was easy. At what hour did you last see Monsieur Ratchet?
It must have been around 9 p.m., sir. That or a little after. I went to bed around 10:30 p.m., same as the person who shares my room. Mr. Foscarelli. He almost immediately began snoring.
What did you do then?
I read, sir, and I spent a while soothing my toothache with clove oil and listening to the snoring.
Did you hear anything during the night?
Yes, my roommate's snoring.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, sir. I have a cigarette now and then to relax.
Tell me about your employer, Monsieur Ratchet.
I've been working for him for 9 months. I should not wish to speak ill of the dead, but he was not a gentleman, sir.
Did you know that he had enemies?
Yes, sir. I heard him discussing some threatening letters, sir, with Mr. McQueen.
Did he mention these letters to you?
He had been reading a letter when I came in. He asked me if I was the one who put it in his compartment. I told him that I had done no such thing, and he should report it to the police at the next station.
How did he respond?
He laughed, sir.
You're joking.
I do not joke, sir.
Forgive me, I can see you do not. Was he taking sleeping pills?
Always when traveling by train, sir. He said he couldn't sleep otherwise. Last night he asked me to give him 2. I did so, along with a glass of water. He dissolved them in the water.
Did you see him drink the water?
No, sir. I left right after I gave him the pills.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No. He finds smokers disgusting.
Can you tell me again why you gave sleeping pills to Monsieur Ratchet?
Yes, I gave him the pills because when he takes the train, he has trouble sleeping. The letter must have worried him. He specifically asked me to prepare the sleeping pills. I didn't see him drink the water with the pills in it.
tiene una mentira. A ver. Cuando viaja en tren, tiene problemas para dormir. La carta debió de preocuparle. Pidió expresamente que le preparara las pastillas para dormir. No le ves. Estas cosas me recuerdan al ¡Protesto! Yo creo que es esta, ¿eh?
I have no way to prove his life.
Mierda.
He is lying, and I will prove it.
No sé, ya por descarte.
Monsieur, I believe you are not telling me the truth.
What? How can you say that?
Creo que gritó durante la noche.
We heard Monsieur Ratchet call out during the night around 22:01. It's doubtful he called out after he took the sleeping pills, but it's possible he took them later.
He asked me to make his drink for him. Maybe he drank it later.
That's true, but it doesn't explain why Ratchet would want to take sleeping pills later that night. He received threatening letters, one, it seems, last night. Did you know he had a gun under his pillow? And even asked for my help to watch over him? I find it strange that he asked you for sleeping pills when he was afraid for his life and prepared to defend himself.
I'm sure I don't know. Maybe to calm his nerves, maybe out of habit.
It makes no sense.
Wait, please. Isn't it possible that Mr. Ratchet asked me to prepare the pills, but didn't plan to drink them for some reason?
It is possible. But I am a student of character, monsieur, and the Monsieur Ratchet you describe is not the man I met.
If you'll excuse me, my toothache is getting worse again.
I'm afraid this time you must prepare your own clove oil.
Sí, no me mires de reojillo. No me mires de reojillo que te pego un mascado. Ir al baño y ir de lejos un protest. No esté mal. Digo que hay momentos en los que sale lo de las mentiras, ¿vale? De las frases. Y me recordaba mucho cuando tenías que elegir ahí. Esto es protesto. A ver, guardar. Por si acaso, ¿eh? Por si acaso grabamos otra vez. Pues nada, vamos a dejarlo por aquí, ¿vale? Que ya llevamos 3 horitas, yo creo que guay. 3 horitas guay. Así que nada, chicos, pues eso, como siempre suelo decir, es un placer teneros a todos por aquí. Sed buenos y ya lo sabéis, mañana más, ¿eh? Mañana más y mejor. Y mañana seguimos con nuestro Hércules Poirot. Y con nuestro asesinato en el Orient Express. ¿Quién será el asesino? ¿Será el propio Hércules el propio asesino? Sería un buen giro, ¿eh? Así que nada, chicos, pues eso. Es un placer teneros y mañana nos vemos. Hasta otra.